The following review has been approved by Lord Carnage and the best of Classic Game Room. Welcome to a special Classic Game Room because today I bring you a controller review for the Sega Master System. When the Gamepad isn't enough, step it up to the Sega Control Stick. Control, you must learn how to control your Sega Master System. And you've got a few options out there like the Control Pad, but how about the Control Stick? Which is a bit of a rarity around here because I've got 1001 Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and Atari 2600 controllers, but not too many Sega Master System ones. As you can see, it's much larger than the standard Control Pad and has a joystick. It also has some interesting styling cues like this textured surface if you want to rest your hand on that for some reason, which you probably won't. However, the colors and ridges and styling cues perfectly match the Sega Master System power base. It looks pretty cool. There's no doubt this is a Master System accessory, but they also flipped the buttons to the left and the joystick to the right. Now that changes the characteristics quite a bit. And frankly, I'm not really a huge fan of that. But if for some reason you've been looking for a Master System controller with this configuration, here you go. It's called the Control Stick. It's Sega model number 3060, which has little rubber feet on the bottom. You won't need them because it's too light to actually stay put, even with rubber feet. This is best used as a giant gamepad. While I prefer the Sega Genesis controller that plays most of the Master System games, there's some titles that require the standard 2-button controller, and this does that. But really, it's a novelty item that's cool to have if you collect for the Master System. And I hate to do it, I hate to give Nintendo a point here, but the NES Advantage just blows this thing away, in pretty much every possible way that it can. It's too bad this doesn't have any turbo fire or anything. I'm not sure what they were going for exactly, except it is different, it does look cool, and it matches the Master System perfectly. Let's take a look at this in action, playing some games. Since it looks like a giant gear shift, how about we start with Outrun? It works well, but once again, it doesn't do anything that the Control Pad really doesn't do better. It feels more like a flight stick if you're playing F-16 or Afterburner on the Master System. And it's okay when used to play Sonic the Hedgehog and a couple other games. Bottom line here, it's kinda neat, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get this thing unless you really just want to have a different kind of controller for your Master System. You know I've got a Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to send to Terrell or T from Kings Tree, South Carolina. Thank you for sending the Sega Master System Control Stick, which also works with the Sega Mark III, seen here. If you've been looking for a different kind of joystick-like controller for your Master System, here you go, although I would stick with a Genesis controller if it was me, which it is, or at least one of my clones. Software error. The only error could be that the software is not good enough for the Master System. The Best of Classic Game Room is now on DVD, Blu-ray, and Hyper Laser Vision album set. Will magical sound shower never hurt anyone?